Alright, how's it going today, guys? So, we had our live stream, and I made up 10 thermosensors and 5 lightweight sensors. I had some other stuff I wanted to get done, but life intervened. We did make up Invar, so even though from us having this quest already done because of going and picking up the stuff, I now have actually completed it my way. So give me my cookie. Alright, so that opens us up to the even better tank, which we're not going to get to right now. We'll get to that pretty much when we get to needing to store like oxygen and hydrogen and stuff like that. Our next thing is going to be venturing into here and here so we can make a crusher and I hate this back button. And then we need to get the turbine so we can make our sluice and our shredder. Shredder is going to be a little bit more difficult. But we also need to get the low heat extruder made. And that's because it is way better on making pipes. And the reason why I made all of these sensors is because we're going to start automating some crucibles. If you watched the video the other day of me doing this, it was quite painful sitting here waiting on the red alloy to get done. So we desperately need to get things automated. But we're going to start with the low heat extruder. So low heat extruder needs a steel buzzsaw blade, robust machine hull, which a robust one just means that it's double plates, and then 3 plates and 2 gears and a diamond dust. The buzzsaw blade is just 4 plates and 4 tools. That's not too bad. Gem wise, I do have 3 diamonds. If I need, I also have 3 chip diamonds. I think I can hammer these down. If I don't have yes, I can hammer them down. I can't use them on the mortar because they're level 3. Let's look in here first. And yeah, I don't see any diamond dust in there. What about over here? Do I have... There we go. Let's see. Now watch, I'll actually get a decent one when I'm expecting to get a dust. Nope. Oh, crap. That one took a... Holy shit. I got a flawless, a flawed, 3 chipped, and a dust out of that one. That is probably the best output I have ever seen from one. And this flawless is huge because this is what we need to make a plate. And we need that plate to make our shredder. So the fact that that just happened is freaking awesome. Alright, so that takes care of that worry. So when we get to that point, we won't have to worry about that. Now, I never can remember this tool order. So it's wrench, hammer, wire cutters, file. Where in the hell is my wrench? There's my wrench. Alright, so it was wrench, hammer, wire cutter, and file. And then we need steel plates, which we've got plenty of. We need 12 of them. And then we also need 2 long rods, which again, I'm not going to bother melting it when I can just hammer it here. And then we need the doubles. So now we need our 2 long rods, our 6 doubles, and our wrench. That makes our robust. I know we need this here. And let's just grab some steel out here. And I don't know that the right person is going to watch it, but somebody the other day in Discord was asking if you could pipe things in here. And yes, you can. And along with that, if you take a screwdriver and you do that, that will change the 4x4 filtering of this area right here to where if you're trying to pipe things in, it will allow it to fill with one item, or it will only allow one stack of whatever item one stack of any one thing in there. It's a lot easier for me to try to explain it in a video than it is for me to try to explain it in text because, well, I am kind of terrible at that. And it looks like steel gears is something we're kind of low on, so if we need much more of them, we're going to have to make them. And I don't want these in my inventory or in the table, and unfortunately it won't go back in there automatically. Now with that, we need to make a, with that done, we need to make a burning box, which we're going to do heat, or solid again, heat, yeah. We're going to do a heat burning box rather than the alternative cold burning box, because, you know, moron. And, oh, I also made a Quartz Crucible. We use this setup for doing the mercury, which, by the way, I am happy to announce I actually found a regular redstone cinnabar vein. You can see it in the stream. I'll link it up there in the corner. I also found another redstone nickelite. There's another redstone nickelite I found over there. But I did actually find one right there. I was so amazed when I seen it. Alright, so we're going to pop these out of here because I want to put this low heat actually, no, I don't know why I'm trying to put that over there. I actually think since we use this for processing stuff quite often, I'm going to put it right here. And we're going to do something different today. Normally I would put wooden chests on the either side of it, but Greg has gotten tired of me doing that. And if I put a chest there, well, here, let me just show you what that mean asshole did. That way, if you guys do this, you'll understand what it is doing. So if I put that there, and we can pull this out of here, and then we light this on fire. There we go. It should, it's not guaranteed and it's not all the time, but it should start spawning fire over here. And when I say it's going to do it, it doesn't actually do it. And I think it does it more if it's actually on the ground. Yeah, see, like that. Vanilla chests cannot burn. there's no chance of this burning. But, you know, Greg doesn't like us using vanilla chests all the time. So I'm going to actually make a regular chest. I'm going to make a couple of them actually, because those are stainless steel and I don't like using them. And we've got tons of bronze. So that's what we're going to make. And we've got that huge copper vein over there. So using bronze is definitely not an issue at this point. So we're going to make a few bronze chests. We just need a... It's actually not a hammer, is it? It's a saw, I think. And chests are pretty easy to make. Yeah, it's a saw and a wrench. And so with that, I need to switch this. I am thinking about making a proper saw. I use it a lot. Okay, so there's 4 chests. So I can now take this one out, which has my... Yeah, I thought that was going to happen. And welcome to Minecraft 1.7.10, the game freezes. Gotta love this version. I love it and hate it at the same time. Alright, so there we go. And I think this is actually a decent time to show you guys this. Oh, I don't have one. Okay, hold on. I think those bronze chests kind of stick out like a sore thumb. So, let's come out here and get an ink sac. There's 1. That's 3. Since we got a bunch of them over here, we'll get a couple. Alright, that gives me 4 of them. And I did get a new horse. He has lost the privilege of having a saddle, so I'm not losing him and the saddle again. So the saddle's in my inventory. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to put them in there, juice them up, and that is going to give us our black ink. We're going to mix it in here with the water. And now if I do this, I should end up with water mixed black dye. Let's see what I get. I got water at the moment. Where is my dye? Let's... The hell did I leave my wrench? I shouldn't have done this with the water turned connected, but it's okay. Now, I can't put that in there, but I can drop it over there. We're just going to get this water out of here for the moment. Now, you're not connected. You got to stop giving me water at some point. My jug's got stuff in it. There we go. There's my dye. Hello, give me that back. Apparently that one's full. I'll deal with that later. That's why I have more than one. And now there is our water mixed. Wait a minute, that's squid ink. Hello? I can make chemical dye, but that's not what I want. Can we not make water mixed black dye? But I can use this for bathing. Okay. I was I'm used to flour dyes where you need to mix them with water. But okay, we'll go with that. If it'll dry it directly, or dye it directly, then that's what we'll do. Alright, so put that back in there. We're going to pick these back up. And we're going to take all 4 of them and put them in there. And now we have beautiful black chests. And we're going to do that for both of these. And we do have some bookshelves in here, but they are stainless steel. And well, we don't want to use stainless steel. So we're now going to make a bookshelf, which is a very simple recipe. Let me put those in here so they can be melted down. And again, we're going to use bronze because why not? And I actually have to check this one because I think Greg might have changed it on us. He did want to do, yeah, he's been doing this thing with recently with making screws more used. So now instead of it taking 6 plates, which is what it used to take, it now takes 4 plates and 2 screws, which makes it cheaper. It just makes it more annoying to make. Screwdriver and hammer, and that'll give us a bronze bookshelf. And we're going to also dye it black, and we want this for right there. And the reason why we want that is because we have to make extruder shapes. Everything in this extruder has to be done with a extruder shape. So we're going to have tons of different shapes. There's everything from your tool heads can be done in here, which you will notice, like, I don't think the file does count. It takes 2 of these. That's 2 units. You're only going to end up with a tool that's 1.5. So it is definitely not the best way to do this, but it is a quick and fast way to do it. The hoe does not have loss. Gears do not have loss. It is way more expensive to do it in here than any place else. The cost of power to do it is about 4 times, if I remember correctly. So it is a little rough to use this, but the reason why I want it is for pipes. Now, we cannot do any material above iron. Basically, there is a select list, but for the most part, if it is above iron temperature, you're not going to be able to do it in here. Or if it is a very dense or hard metal, you're not going to be able to do it in here. So, like making a sterling silver item pipe, you will see the extruder shows up as the Invar one up here, because you cannot do this in the low heat one. It takes 96, and you can't get 96 in this. You can get 64, that's it. So silver, gold, no. Copper, bronze, tin alloy. Wait a minute. I don't think you can do tin alloy either. Because tin alloy has iron in it. Isn't there a tin alloy? Yeah. Let's see. Tin alloy, yeah, see it shows up as no. Tier 16. Okay, so that's actually incorrect. You can use the low heat extruder shape for tin alloy because of it having tin in it. It lowers that heat down enough. That's the only iron alloy that I know of that can be done in here. Tell me if I'm wrong, but as far as I know, aluminum can be done in here as well. So you got brass, bronze, copper. I don't think black bronze can be done because it has silver and gold in it. Let's see. Yeah, 96. So you can't do black bronze in there either, which we will be using black bronze pipes. And for anybody that wants to know, the reason why we don't make the Invar extruder is because it takes tungsten carbide. We cannot go straight to that. We have to get tungsten first. That is why the low heat extruder exists. Also, there's one shape that's very important. Technically, there's two. Let's see. Yeah, shape ain't gonna do it. Extruder. So these are all of our shapes. These are the regular ones, which will work in the low heat, but they all take tungsten carbide. So we're going to be making these, which are just double steel plates, basically. And there are two shapes that have been added that are kind of annoying. Um, let's see if I can find them here. So here's the fine wire. And you would think, oh, this is great. We can make red alloy fine wire now. No, you cannot. This is literally just for plastic fine wire and rubber fine wire. I have no idea what in the hell you're ever going to need either of those for, but that's the only purpose. The other one is the foil. You would think, oh, well, I can make red alloy foil then and not have to hammer it out. No. Again, plastic, rubber, wax. That's the only use for the foil one, is for something you can't hammer, basically. Plastic, rubber, wax, you cannot hammer on an anvil. So this is your way of doing it because heating them up to make it makes sense, even though these aren't really used for much. I guess you can make hard leather, but that's all I know of that you can do with this shit. But other than that, it's useless. So do not think that you can save yourself on red alloy with either of those. Now there is an actual wire one. There it is. There's an actual wire one, which in fact will make wires. So for red alloy wire, this is perfect. I have tried to get Greg to make it to where we at least have to run the wire through twice, to where you make the wire and then you run it back through with the fine wire, because that is something you actually do. If you're trying to make a really fine wire, you would run it through multiple dies to get it down to the right size that you need to not work harden the metal by doing compressing it down, smushing it through a die too quickly. Um, and since we're heating it, it should keep from having that happen. I don't understand why he will not allow us to do the red alloy fine wires, but he won't. It's his mod, it's his decision. He has ultimate control, and we just have to deal with it. But this will save you on your red alloy wires, tin wires, copper wires. They can all be done in low heat. Hell, you can even do aluminum when you get to EV. Granted, you have to make the aluminum first, which is the hard part, but you can do it. You can even do the blue alloy wires, which for some reason he still has named as electrotine alloy, where he should have went back to the original blue alloy name, since he now calls it Nicolite as it should be. Can do lead. Aluminum wires are actually kind of cool. We might talk about those later. And there's the red alloy wire to show you that it actually can be done. So basically, I'm going to go through and make a whole bunch of these shapes. I'm going to make this one. I'm going to make a few of these right now. Need hammer, file, and cutter. So basically, we're just going to take... yeah, I need to eat. Hold on. Give me a second. Don't kill me. There, shut up. Here, even have a cookie. Is this the... That's the regular cookie. I want the spider cookie. I got a spider cookie the other day. I love spider cookies. Okay, so we just need to make our double plates. And then we can go ahead and get rid of all of that. And yes, the screws are going to go here, which is very annoying. By the way, you guys are very lucky that this doesn't go on anymore. When you hit the face with it, you'll see me a lot of times when I go to put something in, if I have a plate in my hand, that I'll come over, I'll get ready to hit this, and I'll switch off real quick, because up until about a year ago, if you went to do this with a plate in your hand, it would put it on there. And I have in the past had my crowbar in the table, which is what you need to get it back off. And it was very annoying. Okay, so I needed... Yeah, my old brain just struck again. I forgot what the hell I was meaning to do this. I do believe it was a wire cutter here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and make all 10 of these. We are going to need way more than 10. I will, by the time this is over, fill up the entire front of this and have a few on the back here. So, first thing we want to make is a pipe. And we want the small pipe first, which means we need to make a curved plate. And the curved plate is wire cutters in the top corner there. And then the small one is right above it. The normal one is back over to the left. So we're going to make both of those real quick. So, yeah, I don't use too many of the large or the huge for metal. So I'm not going to do... Oh, wow, I'm just about ready to break my multi-tool. Holy crap, I'm amazed. Alright, so there's the small one. And there's the normal one. So these can go in here. And then if you need to use your magnifying glass, if you can't remember what one is, you can smack it. It'll tell you what it is. Now, I typically will do this and have small, normal, large, huge, tiny. Then I put my gears beside it, and my plates and stuff go down here. So that way I just remember. If you always put them back in the same space, it's easier to remember. But with that, we can now put this in here. We can grab a stack of brass. brass. -1 because it takes 3. And we can fire this bad boy up. And now it is going to sit here, although it's going to burn out because we're only using grass at the moment. We're now making our brass iron pipes. And we're going to need those for some of the automating that we're going to be doing. I also want to start automating some of our charcoal in here, or not charcoal, our lignite coal in here for like this. Even though actually for this one I probably won't do it because I usually don't do huge batches in there. That's something I'll use grass and stuff for. But I do want to get it automated into here, which means I also have to get the ash out, so we'll set that up. And then I also want to get it automated in to our dryer and our burning box for our steel setup. Even though both of these are going to be moving very soon when we actually set things up properly. I'm going to keep this set up here for my everyday cooking things, one-off stuff. But the steel will actually get moved. Another important thing that you can do, and I just heard that pop. Do I really not have any marble dust? There it is. Now, granted, we have the ability to make regular plates in here as well. So we got to do foil first, which is down there, then up there. Okay, so we need this, and then we need that. And I'm going to make a red steel one of these for my next one. And that got all but one done from that. That's not bad. Alright, let's get some more dry grass here. And fire that bad boy up. Well, technically it was 2. The reason why I love this is it saves us on our tool durability. So we don't have to use that bending cylinder. We'll only be using this now for steel, stuff like that. But with this, we can make stone plates. We can also pour stone plates in here. But we can now make stone plates, which work for stone covers. And we can take our multi-tool here, switch to the chisel, and you're done. So let's use a crucible and shut you off. We can chisel this into our smooth. So now it looks like that is our actual floor, so it kind of hides these pipes. And I love it. And one thing about using these covers, if you break the pipe, you do not lose the cover. The cover is still on there. When I place it back down, you can even see it in your hand. It's right there, which I cannot place that like that because I actually have to connect it, and if I remember correctly, I cannot get through the plate to get to the pipe to fix it. So, you know, there's a plate on there. It's hard. You absolutely cannot get through it with a wrench. So we just use a crowbar, pop that off of there, put it back the way we want it, and then put our plate back. And we have to re-chisel it every time. But there you go. That is what we're going to be using this for, and we'll be using it for that a lot. As I said, I'm going to make a lot more of these blank covers into the other things that I need. Mainly, I will be doing a bolt shape so we can actually make bolts. Um, it's lossless, so one dust will make you 8 bolts. Unlike being able to cut them with a handsaw, it's like half loss. So this will save us from having to sit there and pour our bolts. We can just throw them in here. I've got the 2 pipes that I need. I won't do a curved one because, nah, I have an anvil, I have a hammer. There's a chance I do a pickaxe, but since I'm not doing bronze pickaxes anymore, it's useless at the moment for me. I'll be using steel pickaxes and Ephraim pickaxes, and you can't do either of those materials in here. I will be doing a large and a small gear because that, if you look at making a gear by hand, it takes 4 rods and 4 plates, which is horrible when you can just pour them and it only takes 4. But you can also just use the extruder, which still uses just 4 material. So I'll be making both of those. The bolt mold, there's a good chance I'm going to be making a ring mold. I'll definitely be making the long rod mold, which, by the way, we do have long rod and regular rod, so you don't have to cut your long rods. So whenever we need to make our bronze machine casings, rather than hammering them, the short rods that we got from the loot, we can just throw them in here and make them up. But that is going to be it for me today. I'm going to get some more stuff around for setting up a auto crucible. I think the first one we're going to do is what will become my brass and bronze one. But since we have lots of brass and bronze from loot, I'm actually going to use it for red alloy because making that stuff is very, very annoying. I am planning on setting up a one that does specifically brass and bronze because they are the same ratio. The only thing that changes is the heat at which it alloys. So it's very simple to push the buttons on the front. Then we're going to do one for iron, we're going to do one for steel, and we'll do one for Invar. And then we're going to do the big multi-smelter. So we're going to start filling up this room pretty quickly. So things are going to change. As for this here being here and not having that back there used, I'm getting there. We're going to end up having another building that has more of my bulk storage of stuff that I don't need all the time and I don't need for this. I've already got it planned that we're going to... Hello. You need to die. And yes, my turrets are very annoying, so they do not have any ammunition. I can't stand listening to them make noise, and there's no way of turning them down without turning down all the sound. But we've already got a sign right here where we planned on making our ore processing center right here, which is going to be where we put our crusher and all of that stuff. So we're going to build that building back here. And I think I will probably use where I've been cutting trees over here, and Greg will just be in the middle of it, or we'll have to move his bot. But I think I'm going to do like a bulk storage area over here in this area, and then after that we're going to have to make our like acid production, our chemical building. And I'm not quite sure where we're going to put that yet. But we'll figure that out when the time comes. Which means that we're probably going to have to move our distilled water tank at some point. But that is it. I do believe I have rambled quite long enough for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one. See you later. And as always, if you need anything, have any comments, questions, down in the chat or come to our Discord. And as you're going to see here in a second, thanks to all our Patreons that help keep the lights on around here. And I'll see you guys next time.